Many parts of the country reported their worst rainfall performance since 1981. Dr. Richard Mwita, the Assistant Director at the Kenya Meteorological Department, gives us some history on the drought seasons experienced in the country.
Let me talk about major droughts that have been occurring. For example, from 1959 to 1960, we had a major drought in Kenya. From 1972 to 1976, we had a very major and prolonged drought in this country. Again in 1979 to around 1980. Again 1981 to 1984. Then from around 1984 to 1985. Then coming forward 1999 to 2000. Then again around 2004, 2005. Then again in recent times we have seen a major drought around 2010, 2011. And then again coming forward we have seen this kind of drought condition from around 2018. You know, the October to December rains kind of failed, and we had these dry conditions coming forward. And even to recent times we have seen that the last year's 2021 October to December rains were poor. In actual fact, even in 2020, the October to December rain season was also poor, which kind of highlights the dry conditions we are talking about. And perhaps when you look at the media reports, you have seen the semi-arid areas, generally known as the ASARs, having the greatest, kind of impact from this weather condition.
Back to Lodokilani location, and now we meet David Miner, a livestock keeper and a feedlot consultant. He got into feedlot farming for his love for meat, and even though most of his neighbors have been affected by the drought, Miner shares an alternative to the nomadic pastoralism lifestyle.
Feedlot is whereby you enclose animals for purposes of fattening, for you to get quality meat, either on sheep, goats or cattle. And what I majorly dwell on is beef cattle. It's a program, and a program which is controlled by nutrition and duration of time of production. You create a meeting between the livestock, the animal, and the food or the pasture. So the meeting can be out in the field, whereby the animal, the cow, the sheep, the goats go and meet the pasture. But in this case, it's the pasture that comes to meet the animal. What are the advantages of that? You cut a lot of stress in the animal by walking for long distances, looking for food, water. Secondly, you cut a lot of wastage of food. Almost 70% of the grass in the fields goes to waste, either by while the cows are walking, stepping on it, or by the scorching sun. A lot of it dries up. Again, it becomes easier to manage while they are in one central place. Once you source your animals and get the right animal that fits to be in a feedlot farm, there are certain procedures you carry out, like cleaning them internally and externally from external and internal parasites. Then there's something called the acclimatization period, whereby it's a transformation of the diet they were used to and to a higher and better diet, And it takes time, like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And after that time, you feed them now in a proper balanced diet. Carbohydrates, enough roughy, enough minerals, enough water, clean water, you know. It takes around 3 to 4 months, that is 90 to 120 days, for you to achieve this. Beef, fat animal, you know, a healthy animal that is ready, that is prime for the market. It comes a lot also in handy with support from nutritionists and vets and good management.
My name is Mohammed Abdi Haji from Mandera County. I've traveled here to learn about some new concept that's in the market, that is feedlotting. This is about fattening of livestock, value addition, so that you'll be making them ready for the market. In this concept is where livestock is kept purposely for business. Therefore, when you're in business and when you want to do business, you'll always want the best out of your product. And this product, what happens in feedlotting that I have learned and I've read about and I have come to see, experience with Mr. Maina's farm, Feedlot Kenya, is that it's a doable thing, it's a profitable thing, it's something that can be done, and every livestock farmer or any business person can benefit from this program. Agriculture is a developed function of counties. There are billions of monies that are allocated to the counties. So, for example, what I'm thinking about is if a feedlot, the government or the county government creates infrastructure, feedlotting in every sub-county where it can hold 10,000, 20,000 livestock. And then even before you come to the feedlotting, you get prepared by, we have got rivers, we have got those rains, even if they're short, you can prepare pasture, you can prepare grass, you can prepare whatever you want to do. And then when the drought situation comes in, then you enable businessmen to set up feedlotting so that they can buy from farmers at some price so that they don't lose their livestock. And then these guys also make some business. When the rain comes, then they can restock from the same feedlot again. So this is something that can be replicated, that can be done, and it's doable. And therefore we want to urge our county governments in northern Kenya and the drought-stricken counties to think feedlotting, to think about a program that can save the livestock farmer at any particular time.
Most of the meat, like 70% of the meat, is owned by pastoralists. Around 20% by ranchers, or 25, 30. Then here comes another small group that is coming up with better and quality beef called feedlotters. So ranchers have been controlling the beef industry for a long time, and that is because they have quality. They can be able to have consistent supply, you know. The pastoralists have not been having that, but most of the meat is owned by the pastoralist. So the feedlotter is coming in, creating a relationship between the feedlotter and the pastoralist to try and also add value in the 70%. The cultural way of beef production is seasonal. So during the drought time, the supply goes down, but the demand remains to be constant. Now, with such a model whereby you have constant supply, that is by feedlotting, that also helps sustainability of the market and production. you can be able to survive for, it's a long-term business. So it won't be that you can supply a certain duration of time and then another time you're not in a capacity to supply. So that consistency gives sustainability. I believe we have solutions to our problems and our own customized solutions, not imported solutions. The amount of money that is held in livestock is a lot, and the government can manage to handle that. We have our own local experts. For such a system, we can be able to gang up and have big feedlot farms, you know, in every county or sub-county, and we should not have such problems.
Yeah.
Back in the village, the clouds start to gather, and the pastoralists are hopeful that their livestock might just be back home if it rains. For Youth in Agriculture, my name is Rebecca Miruri Mulure.